I deal with people all the time. I work in HR, and I have people who literally hate me in my job, but I am still a consummate professional all the time.
As you should be. That's what you should be.
That's
what we are at Once You Point the podcast.
That's it.
Y'all speak for yourself.
Exactly.
I don't owe this person anything, just like this person doesn't owe me anything. So if this person does not wish me well, so be it. They don't wish me well.
You want me to play it again?
No, I heard it.
Okay.
What you want me to go? You want me to rage out?
No. For argument's sake, one more time.
Hey everyone, we back to What's the Point podcast. K Swaz.
What it do, y'all? My name who? Y'all already know. Here it goes.
Pay attention.
Oh my
I'm
God.
listening.
Here we go.
Lardell Melvin, a.k.a. Top Murder, a.k.a. star of the show.
The longest intro in podcast history, man.
Unbelievable.
But y'all already know.
Which leads me to, why is it that as people of color, when they get this stature and they start making a lot of money, they keep getting themselves in trouble and putting themselves in situations that are unnecessary? What is going on with this basketball player that I keep hearing about, Jay Morant?
Well, the situation with him is that, you know, he got caught on IG Live flashing a gun. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he had another incident at a Pacers facility where some people in his entourage had a laser beam aimed at the Pacers bus. Then he got into a situation where he beat up a kid. And then he got into another situation where he got into it with a security guard at a certain spot. And my thing with all that is that, first of all, the people around him need to protect him better. He's the asset. So when he's the asset, he's not supposed to be getting his hands dirty. Right. If you understand that. So now let's just say you're the asset. Me and Tut's job is to protect you. Right. So if somebody has to get shot, somebody has to get beat up, somebody has to do that, you know what? I'm going to handle that. Tut's going to handle that because you're the asset. Right. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? So instead of him showing the gun, he should hire Bakery Security Group, you know, cheap plug, but, you know, hire my guys. We protect you. And, you know, you don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? You just got a $250 million contract from the Grizzlies. You just got your own signature shoe with Nike. You know what I'm saying? And
his unfortunately, he had a endorsement with Powerade
that
they just pulled.
They just pulled out, because
of his behavior pattern.
Yeah, like you want to be. I don't know what it is about our society where we feel like we trying to get out the hood. So when you get money, why are we trying to be gangster and justify us being gangster? Like, bro, you made it. You're a millionaire. Right. You get paid to play basketball, bro. Know what I mean? You get paid to play a sport you love. So his father has to do a better job instead of being his homie, be his father, and you know, and then the niggas that's around him, they got to protect him better. At the end of the day, you could blame everybody else because at the end of the day, you can't have yes men in your circle. Facts. Know what I mean? When you building a team, you can't have niggas that's scared to say, yo, you know what, who? You fucking up. That's why I love my niggas. My niggas will tell me, my cousin would tell me, anybody, yo, cuz, you doing wrong, and you need that. Right. You need that. You can't have a bunch of yes men because they around you because if they say no, they scared you going to throw them off the crew. Right. Got to have niggas that's going to put you in the position to be like, nah, bro, you fucking up. This is what it is. So I feel like, you know, with Ja's situation, I don't know who he trying to prove. If he a Crip, if he not a Crip, I'm not here to discuss that. My thing is, bro, you made it. You out of an environment where you don't need to be doing all that. And hire security, man. Come to Bakery. We take care of you, man.
I'm thinking of him too, comparing him to kind of like the way like Allen Iverson used to get into a lot of trouble.
Allen Iverson, but then you got also Plaxico Burress. He want to have a gun, he end up shooting himself. Aaron Hernandez, he riding around, end up killing somebody, doing drive-bys and all that. Bro, you at a certain level in your life, you can hire niggas to do that. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but you got money, bro.
Exactly.
fucking up your livelihood trying to be street. Like, for what? You made it, bro.
Exactly.
You made it.
Start a show. Your feedback.
I mean, to piggyback off what Julio said, pause. I mean, I know he has a great relationship with his father. I understand that a lot of things happen. Is the behavior is unacceptable, especially when you in that position right there. I'm not too hard on pause on him with the firearm because nobody knows if that gun is illegal or not. He probably is the legal gun owner. Now, the way he was handling the gun is, it could be a Plexico Burris kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has to slow down a little bit before he catches it. It's just a matter of time for somebody to test your gangster.
Right.
And it's like an old Jay-Z song. If you shoot me, you're famous. If I shoot you, we know how it goes.
I'm brainless. What's the nigga to do?
So you don't put yourself in those positions. You know, I hope he has enough people that support him to let him know, like, to be able to call him out on his bullshit and start having a lot of yes men in. So basically the same thing Julio said it. He said it perfectly.
Right. But he's taken some time off now, right?
Well, yeah, the team has him away for a couple of games or whatever. This to get his stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, you about to jeopardize your NBA career, bro. And this is when you start making money. You at the second tier of your contract. Basically, that means that you already paid out your rookie thing. You about to start maximizing on your next trade. And then you got, you know, you could maximize another 4 or 5 year deal after this 4 or 5 year deal ends. So, bro, when it's all said and done, you about to have half a B or maybe almost $1 billion with your endorsements and everything you do. You about to be the face of the NBA. Right. You one of his top stars, young stars right now, between him, Jason Tatum, a couple of guys. So it's like, bro, it's just in all aspects of when you trying to be hardcore. All right, if you're not a sucker, you're not a sucker. That's cool. We all men. But I guarantee you, if I get to a certain plateau, a certain tax bracket, I am not touching nothing. It won't be no guns in my videos. I'm not touching none. I'm going to have my security niggas handle that. I'm going to have my people that could handle those things for me. You have enough money to have people to be that. That's why I say his father, it's not his fault. Like, I get it, because he went from not having money to becoming the breadwinner of the family.
To riches.
You know what I mean? Becoming the breadwinner of the family. So now, you know, his pops really can't say nothing to him because, yo, I'm the one that's making this money for us. But at the same time, bro, you got to be a dad. You can't be just a cool uncle at the barbecue. You got to be like, yo, my son, you fucking up in the game. Get your shit together. You don't need to be like that. Like, you trying to prove something that you're not, bro. You don't got to prove nothing to nobody, bro. You made it already, bro. There's 1,000. It's only a certain amount of people that's in the NBA, bro, and you one of them, and you a star at that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like you should move better, higher, better security, Bakery Security Group. We here. Holla at us, Ja. We got you. Know what I mean? We fly with you. We put in pain. We do all that, and you will never be seen or heard of getting into any other altercations if you fuck with us. Know what I mean? So just, you know what I mean? Just his circle got to get a little bit tighter, and niggas got to stop being yes men, man. When you got a bunch of yes men, nothing goes right. Believe me, if you agree with everything a nigga say, it's worthless. You know what I mean? Right.
So, which leads to another NBA situation. What are your thoughts on D Wade's daughter?
I mean, we live in a society where you can't offend, disrespect, or say anything from what I learned in my lifetime about Jews, anything Jewish you can't go against, about transgenders or whatever. We live in a society now that sex exploitation is being put in schools and they're forcing this gay narrative on kids.
I don't think it's forced.
I think it's forced because think about when I was growing up, there was no gay superheroes.
Right.
Now they're saying Robin is gay, or he's bisexual, or they're saying this.
He was, Julio.
When was he bisexual back in the day,
man,
son?
hold on.
When?
Yeah, hold on.
Wait,
Name the
Batman
comic
Robin?
book, the series, the thing where you said Robin was gay, bro.
You tell me a man running around with
Leotard.
with a little boy.
Okay.
With a little boy.
And
What do you
leotards
think
and
that
the
was, Julio?
Tut.
What do you think that was?
I think it was.
The boy wonder? The boy wonder. The boy
He
wonder.
was a young boy.
What was so wonderful about him? The boy wonder.
He was Batman's assistant.
Where was,
He's an acrobat. That's what was wonderful about him. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. All right. Let's get off of Robin. And the A-team. Who's the gay general? I'll wait. Where's the gay general at? Was Hannibal Smith a gay guy?
was Hannibal Smith walking around with a leotard in underwear?
Bruh.
Did he walk around with a leotard with underwear?
So Superman is gay too, because he got a leotard, don't he?
He could
He
be.
got a spandex bodysuit.
It could be. But we talking about the boy wonder. Listen to the title. Is it? That's not his name?
It is. It is.
Julio, that's his name, right?
Yeah, that was his name one thing. But
And
where in the comic book
he-
did it say Robin was kissing another dude?
Why was he
But that
living
does-
with Batman?
But that doesn't.
Why was he living with Batman?
The comic book did not have to say.
Because he was an orphan,
that he
nigga.
would-
What you mean why he's living with Batman? His family died, nigga.
No, Batman
And
was
the
an
circus, the circus shit. His family fell, they died, and all that shit. Batman came, scooped him up, told him how to be fucking Robin.
because he was an orphan.
So now,
too.
Batman was a pedophile then. That's what you trying to tell me. That's
I
that's the problem with today's society. This is the
Shoot
narrative they're
big
going
women.
with.
I don't think
Now
that-
Batman is a
Shoot big
pedophile.
women.
Now Batman is R. Kelly. Come on, bro. Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin' right
Wait a
now.
minute.
now, I'm saying but this is what they do, K. This is the narrative that they do. They force this
Why
gay
was he
thing.
the boy wonder then?
That's his name, bro.
What was so wonderful about him?
Bro, he was Batman's fucking right hand man, bro.
Both of them running, one grown man and one teenager running around in their underwears and a leotard. Really? Come on, who?
Superman
come
had a
on.
bodysuit.
Huh?
You want me to name other niggas?
I never said Superman.
Power Man had a what? Power Man had a what? A cut up
What, Power
village
Rangers?
style village people shirt on. We could go on, bro. So not all them niggas is gay.
What was going on in the YMCA?
the village
What was
people?
going on in the YMCA?
Yeah.
What was
That-
going on
that's
in the
like
YMCA?
that's
Did
like
you
the-
want to
Power,
bring the village?
That's
so Power Man was from the YMCA. That's what you're telling me.
You just said the
The
village,
village people were
I say he had a village people shirt on.
the
It was
village
a cop.
people.
It
the
was a
village
cop.
people
It was a
anthem
sailor.
Was
It was-
an-
We not.
Come, who? Don't stop. Who? Don't act like we. Who? Did we respect that?
No, we didn't.
We had jokes on that, right?
Of course. But we talking about superheroes and how they trying to make
So
them
we're
gay.
gonna accept a teenage kid with a grown man walking around in their underwear and a leotard.
Talk to Stan Lee. Oh no, DC Comics. So talk to whoever made that in DC Comics. That got nothing to do with me. So you telling me Batman was a pedophile?
I'm not saying
So
that, but
you're no better than what the narrative is out here. They're forcing these things on kids, bro.
so you really feel Robin was straight?
Bro, I don't know what Robin was, bro. In the cartoons, there was nothing gay about him.
So that was. Did you want to?
He wasn't watching Punky Brewster on the TV. What about Robin says he was gay to you?
At any time, did you?
What besides the Boy Wonder and him running around in a leotard?
At any time at Halloween, did you have a Robin costume?
Nah.
I rest my case.
At any time that you had a Superman costume. Exactly. Exactly. Enough said, nigga. You had a Superman costume. Fuck out of here, bro. Y'all niggas is bugging. You're bugging. So now to get back to D-Wade's son, the situation is
daughter.
daughter, I'm sorry. Now we live in a world where they feel you gotta accept how people feel. So, she felt like she was a girl, even though she's a he. You know what I mean? So he did what a father do and stood by his daughter and her feelings. You know what I mean? Do I agree with it? Is this something that, I feel like it's too young for that person to know? I mean, I can't even say that because at 6 years old, I knew I liked the girls. When a girl walked by me, I would look at their butt. So I already know. You know what I mean? At 6 years old, I already knew that. So that was me. Now I mean, so I don't know. At the end of the day, it's the parenting style and what we, like I said, how these sex things is being forced on these kids. Now you watch a show on Netflix and you see something, all of a sudden there has to have somebody gay. Now they adding transgenders into it. They're doing all the thing. Like, there's another thing. Are you really a person that's transgender, or you a person that just want to do that? Like, remember we spoke on a couple of episodes. We spoke about like going to the bathroom. I said I ain't want nobody that's transgender that acts like they feel like they're a woman. There was a dude that filmed himself.
Now most places now have restrooms that are
just for them,
for everybody. So you can go to a restaurant and you can wait for a restroom, and a man can come out.
Okay,
a woman can come out.
But we speaking about a women's bathroom, and the guy's supposed to be transgender.
There's not many.
The guy in the video. No, but listen, the guy in the video. The guy in the video is in there playing with himself while the girls is walking in and out the bathroom.
How you know?
He did the video, bro. I saw the video. He's supposed to be a transgender, nigga.
Hey, what he was doing?
Bro, he was jerking off, bro. While the girls was walking, filming himself, nigga, in the bathroom. So you want me to go allow my daughters to go in the bathroom with somebody that allegedly feels like they're a woman?
But where was this?
It's a thing. I gotta send it to you.
No, I'm saying like where? Did they say like this was?
Nah, so somebody had it. I forgot where I saw. I saw it on IG. I saw it on IG. On somebody's IG, and then they had posted like the nigga like that's why you got to watch out for these people pretending that they.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or identify as a woman. I feel like I'm a man. You know what I mean?
So
right. How gender identification and, how, some people identify she, her, he, him.
What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on D-Wade's son, daughter? Whatever. Like, I'll tell y'all a funny story.
If Dwayne Wade is supportive of their child, I'm with it. Like, we're all parents.
Okay. No, yes, we are.
And, how would you feel if one of your children wanted to
whatever makes my kid happy.
Exactly.
That's it.
And he's doing the same thing as a parent, whatever.
So why is he getting so much flack for that?
I mean, I think because the child is like, I guess, in the process of, is the child fully transitioning?
We don't know. That's the big question. Because
again, Magic Johnson's son, I think it's kind of pretty much, well, I don't know if it's the same situation, but it's in that world, that he is also another, NBA player who has a son who's very open with how they identify.
Isaiah Thomas, another one?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, two of his sons.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. Yeah.
One is a famous DJ.
Yeah, I never knew that. Yeah. But a funny story I could tell you, me working recently, we had a transgender come to the club. To the afties. So he was like, how much is it for women? I said 30. He said, how much is it for guys? I said 40. He said, how much is it for me? I said, if you feel you a woman, it's 30. If you feel you a guy, it's 40. That's it. That's the best.
It's a legit question.
How did he feel?
So he laughed. He laughed and paid 30. You feel me? How you want me to answer that? I can't answer that. You transgender, bro.
That's true, because there's not a.
If you feel you a woman.
There's not a male, female, transgender.
There's no
non-binary.
You're a female. Yeah. It's $30.
There's not.
You're a man. It's $40.
Right.
How much how much is it for me? I say, if you feel you're a woman, $30. You feel you a guy, $40. It's simple. Whatever you identify with, that's how you handle it.
But the thing is, these days, a lot of people don't identify as male or female. They identify as non-binary.
But this that bullshit they trying to spew that. Listen, when you get dugged and we get found, 200,000 years from now, if I get buried and they find my bones, they're gonna say he was a man. They ain't gonna say he was a non-binary. What was he? Non-binary? Nah, that's not accepted. That's just a new narrative that these people are painting and trying to get with these kids. Oh, don't call me he. Don't call me she. Call me it or whatever the fuck they say. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's always something new. Like, you know what I mean? So I just don't get that whole thing. I know that when you speak about these things, people get a little bit offensive and then whatever. And we on this platform, we just speaking our truth. And at the end of the day, I feel like they forcing this gay agenda on these kids, man. That's just me. They got it in the school. The superheroes is gay now. The gay couple on TV. Everything is about, like, you know what I mean? It's just certain shit that don't coincide with me. So, you know, I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean?
And as we mentioned that we're all parents, and what if your child wanted to transition? How would you feel?
What, cut his dick off?
It's crazy.
I mean, what do you mean by transition?
Meaning either transition fully by surgery or identifies as the opposite sex of what they were born.
So if he's a man, are you talking about have a physically?
Like if you had a son, and your son identifies. Put
woman.
it like this: if your son did a Caitlyn Jenner, how would you feel? Went from
You
Bruce to
disown him?
Caitlyn.
I won't disown him because I would love him, but I think it's guidelines. I also have to love myself, and I just not too comfortable with certain parameters when it comes to in my house. Mm-hmm. So, would I support him any function he go? Yeah. Would I?
Go to his wedding?
Yes, I would go.
Okay.
Even though I may not necessarily agree with that, but I would go to support my son. Mm-hmm. Now, his husband won't be allowed in my house.
Why not?
Because my house, I feel like your house is a form of comfort. Around whatever goes on in the world, you can build your house to comfort you.
Okay, but wouldn't your child? Would you see your child as comfort?
No, I wouldn't see
So
that.
if your son wanted to come visit you with his husband, he can't come visit you.
We have to have a talk. I'm not going to sit there and say totally that it'll be a intense conversation. Okay. I'm not going to say automatically yes or no. I would just say I will feel a little uncomfortable. Just being real.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair adjustment.
That's fair.
Assessment.
That's
fair.
fair.
Man. I feel it, man. Like I said, man, it's just, you know, this. I mean, you live your truth. Mm-hmm. You feel, you know, you gay.
I mean, I don't have a problem if you're gay.
No,
I'm
yeah.
not saying, you know.
So same situation if your child is gay.
Yeah.
And your child gets married. At that point, then would you change your narrative in welcoming your child's spouse into the home?
It's a conversation we have to have, and it depends on how I really feel.
So, but all right. So let's play if your daughter was gay and she
same thing, same rules
okay.
apply.
All right. So
same rules apply.
Right.
It's something that I would have to have a conversation to see how I feel, because I don't never want to feel uncomfortable in my own home.
Right.
And I feel like that's one place. Your home is one place where you're supposed to be the most comfortable at.
Mm-hmm. Your place of protection and peace.
Yes, and where your beliefs at. So it's just like if a person is a racist, I feel like he has a right to be a racist in his own home. Now, when you start impacting other people's lives out there and stuff, then that's a problem. But if you're a racist and stuff like that, I could live right next to the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. It wouldn't even bother me, because that's his house, that's his beliefs, and I just think that's the American way. You have a right to do anything you want to do, as long as you don't negatively affect other people. Mm-hmm. And him being in his house and he wanted to put on a robe or whatever, hey, I asked him, yo, you want a match for that cross? You want to light some? That's just me. But I don't know if I will be comfortable. Okay. So I can't say yes or no. It just take discussion.
For me, whatever is the happiness of my kids. If it's, you know, I got 2 daughters, so if both of my daughters don't want to be with men and they decide they want to have a girlfriend, I'm a love them because they love my kids. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm in with that. But I'm not here to force them or feed them with the stuff that they're trying to do inside these schools and all this other shit.
I'm gonna love my kid. I never said I would stop loving
No, I
him.
didn't say you said that.
I just said certain things in my house, as long as it don't disrupt my comfortness, then we don't have a problem. I could say that, nah, I don't want that, and they bring their lover over or their wife or husband, and I might think dude is cool, and you know, as long as you don't offer no hot dogs or nothing like that, we good.
Yo, this nigga is.
Dude.
This
I
nigga.
mean, I think that just leads into like, you know, how we raise our kids versus how kids are raised today.
I think a lot. You know what happens? I think in life, a lot of mistakes was made by our parents and parents, and then the next generation kind of suffers the punishment of what the previous generation did. And I think a lot of, for example, if you think about domestic violence and the stigmatization on black women, but back in the 60s and the 70s and even the 50s, these women was abused by their husbands and taken advantage of. So fast forward to the late 80s to the 90s, when I started dating and having relationships with women, that their mothers and grandmothers already had put the don't tolerate. So it made the women that came in my generation overly aggressive, because what happened, because they seen their mothers were single mothers and dealt with all these problems. And so it makes the next generation harder than the next generation. And I think what happens with the abuse and what they call that when you being picked at in school,
Bullying.
the bullying and stuff like that was so bad. The kids was catching doing suicides, and it makes it now. You got to have a balance, basically. And when you have too much of anything, if it balances one way or the other, it goes sour. I think now what happens is we too self-conscious of putting feelings behind somebody, what somebody says, or we automatically get the label bullying and stuff like that, which I disagree with. I think before, in the 90s, a joke we threw, we played it was no filter on the jokes.
Right.
So, even comedy.
We have to be very mindful.
Think about the comedy. Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Red Fire. Them dudes go, and Eddie Murphy.
Go in.
A lot of shit. Like, they try to cancel Dave Chappelle because he said a certain thing.
Right.
I mean, for me, how we grew up versus now is that back then, your mother would have.
And we had no social media.
No, we had no social media. But back then, your mother would tell, if you see my son doing this, I'll give you permission to bust his ass or whatever. See, now, a lot of the women are still young mothers. So let's just say your son is 15, 14. She's in her 30-something. She want to go hang out. She got a new nigga. She's not really spending time at home with the son. So the son gonna be running around. If he running with savages, he gonna become a savage because there's no big mama. There's no no father presence in the home.
Right.
There's none of that because mommy's still trying to get her groove on, like Stella. Know what I mean? So she's doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? So the son end up doing what? And that's how you see a lot of these young boys lost out here, and a lot of these young girls lost because the moms is not home.
Right.
The moms will leave money on the table on Monday and come back Friday because she over there chasing dick. Know what I mean? Keeping it in the stack. Keeping it in the stack, though. Oh, she doing what she doing. She getting lost, know what I mean? Or out here doing drugs. So, in our era, we had, if I cut school, I know I had to worry about my next door neighbor, my aunt upstairs.
Right, because
you know what I mean? I made sure that when I cut school, it wasn't in the Bronx. I went to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Because I knew in the Bronx, my mom's knew too many people. And the motherfucker, she said, if you see him doing anything bad, bust his ass.
Call me right away.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So that's just the difference. I think now is just, there's a lot of absentee parents in the household. And some of these kids, if they don't got the proper guidance, they get lost.
Right.
You know what I
mean? Like you said, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, it does. Yes,
and, when we were growing up, there was a village. These days, I don't know what's going on today, but I know social media plays a big part. We didn't have social media back then. You know, we didn't use words like bullying. You
That
know,
that was non-existent.
mental illness was not. You know,
That was non-existent.
was not a big thing. Like we didn't have like children committing suicide from being teased or you know if we ran away up the block, to a relative's house or a best friend's house and hid out for a bit. But like today, I think it's more difficult now more than ever to raise a child.
They're raising these kids to be suckers, man.
So how did you, as a single mother, how did you balance it?
I had a village. I had
examples.
I had my mom, who's rest in peace to my mother. I had my dad. I have a very huge family, so I have a lot of cousins and very good friends that I grew up with. That like I said, I have a lot of relatives, so they kept my son grounded.
Okay.
And they helped me, to raise him to the man that he is today.
I'm not saying that's what you need, but there's a lot of people.
I had a very strong support system, which is needed, especially as a young mother and a single mother. You need that support. You can't just be like, I got this, I'm going to take care of this. It's not a one-person job to raise a child. It's very difficult to raise a child.
No, it is. Definitely is.
So being a single mother and being the opposite sex of your child, how did you instill the masculinity?
Oh, because I have a lot of male cousins. I have my dad, uncles that are present, in my son's life, even to today, that, instilled, the masculinity in him.
Well, like me, my mother raised me. I was, she wasn't with my dad, but I learned shit from Tut, my brothers, niggas around me. So that's how I like whatever the game I ain't get from my dad, I got from my brothers. So in some sense, sometimes I remember one time my moms was like, "Oh, you love your friends more than your father." And I'm like, it's not that I love my friends more than my fathers. That my friends showed me a lot of shit more than my father didn't show me. I learned about how to deal with girls through my niggas. I never had that sit down with my father about the birds or the bees. Niggas was just like, yo, you fucked, yo, this gonna feel like this. You know what I mean? And this and that. You know what I mean? And that's how we, you know what I mean? Or when it came to street shit or it came to anything, niggas was, your team was your team. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I mean, I like this era is a lot of absentees because you got mothers fathers, you know what I mean, that make
they're
babies.
they're looking for all these likes on social media.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So now they focus more on the perception of them, and then I focus on how their kids are being raised. You got a daughter that's being grown up with mental issues and all this other shit because she's being neglected at home. She's not giving love and whatever. So now every nigga she feels, she gets around, he could beat her and he could do all type of shit. She consider that, oh, he loves me. That's why he does that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a lot of ways this new era, like us growing up, I never knew nobody. Like if niggas was bullying you, you had only two options: transfer schools or go in there and beat the nigga the fuck up.
Right, but now
There was no shit where niggas was crying and niggas was like, yo, I'm gonna kill myself. I never heard when I was a young kid about somebody getting bullying somebody in the 8th, 7th grade and niggas was like, yo, I'm gonna kill myself.
Right, or carrying guns. If you had when you're younger, if you had a beef with somebody, you just roll your sleeves up
let's get
and
busy.
fight it out.
Yeah.
And that's it. But now with these guns and, knives coming out and, gang activity, it's just too much. It's too much. I mean, I think now I would be terrified to raise a child right now.
I'm scared. I'm scared for my children.
And and even as a mom, I'm scared for my child because it's very, very scary out there.
Yeah, it's a scary world we live in.
It is. It's changed so much, from when we were growing up, which I think, our era was the best era to be raised in, I think.
I think every era say the same thing where they think their era is the best. But I really think that our era is I feel is the toughest era because I feel like, I dealt with a father that was a crackhead. So, you know, seeing him doing whatever he was doing, disrespecting himself and stuff like that. So, imagine me as a young man growing up in the 80s, seeing this guy that was your superhero in the 70s, and then by the time the 80s come, you don't want people to know that that's your father and stuff like that. So, you know, you see these things, and I instilled in my child, like, you know, I never let her see me inebriated, never got high on no drugs or anything like that. You know, I'm not saying I'm the perfect pops and stuff like that. I have my flaws of what I do, but, you know, I just think that every generation owes it to the next generation to make their life a little bit better. And I would like to think that I made my daughter's life better, hellified more better than what I came up with. And so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like me, like my dad not being around like that and made me a better father than my daughters. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I never wanted my daughters to feel that emptiness that I felt like not having my father. Or I'm playing ball in my high school, and I'm looking in the stands and my pops ain't there. You know what I mean? Or I go chill with my pops on a son Father Day, and he takes me to his side bitch crib and fucking her in the room or whatever. I ain't knowing this at the time, but that's what was happening. You feel what I'm saying? These are, you know, shit like that. You can ask my daughters to this day, they never met every girl I dealt with. They only met probably one or two that was like my girlfriend. That meant something. You feel what I'm saying? That, and I always keep that apart. Like, you know, I meet girls and be like, oh, we should get our kids together. Nah, relax, because I don't even know you like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to see what type of woman you is before I bring you around my children. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want my daughters to see me coming with a flux of females and thinking that that's acceptable, because then they grow up thinking, oh, I could fuck with this nigga, that nigga, because my dad does it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if anything I could give my father was, you know what I mean, don't get it wrong, he tried his best. I understand him, because in some ways I am him. You know what I'm saying? With the cheating and all that shit that I did with their moms and all that. But in the other sense, I could never not be in my kid's life. I can't. I can't respect nobody that cannot be in nobody they kid. Like, if I know I made you, there's no way I can be out here having my child and not knowing that I can't be in my kid's life. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's why I show up to the dance recitals. I show up to whatever. They graduate and I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I show up. I may not be around, or because I'm always working and doing my thing, but my daughters know if they call me, I'm going to pick up this phone and I got 100%. You. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a question.
Yes.
That man just sat there and say he cannot respect a man who cannot be in their kid's life. That's what you said, right?
So, yeah, I said that.
So if you knew a guy that really wasn't in his kid's life, you say you cannot respect him, right?
I cannot respect him. Depends. I mean, everybody. No. You gonna let me explain though, bro?
Okay.
Explain.
I mean, I can't respect if you fought in. All right, you and my mom's had issue. I'm gonna put it in my situation. I'm not speaking about nobody. I'm speaking about my situation. You and my mother had issue. My mother was difficult. Hey, fuck that. I'm still your son, bro. You're supposed to come look for me. You know what I mean? If you say you're gonna be around me, bro. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I don't know everybody's story. I'm not here to judge anybody's story. I'm just telling you, me as a man, myself, as a father, if I made a kid, I'm going to be in that kid's life. That's just me. As a father. It doesn't matter however people handle their shit, that's them. How Julio Richardson handle his is, I'm going to be in my kid's life. There's courts, right? There's courts. If me and the parent don't get along, there's courts. Yo, listen, bring her to the priest and I pick her up. Or drop off at my cousin's house and I come get her. It's simple. Know what I mean? How you choose to do your life and live your life, at the end of the day, when it's time to go to heaven, you got to deal with God how you deal with God. But at the end of the day, me knowing as a father that if I was in my daughter's life, let's just say, let's just say I'm walking the street one day and cuz like, yo, I just saw your daughter, bro. She was out there wilding with like 6 niggas. They, you know what I mean? Whatever. Doing crazy shit. No, that's just like strung out on drugs or whatever. That's going to kill me, because at the end of the day, maybe she's like that because I wasn't around. You feel me? So, I mean, like I said, me as a father, I'm always gonna be there for my children. I don't know, you know what I mean? Everybody has a different story. Some females are difficult. I get all that, bro. But at the end of the day, fellas, if only advice I could give y'all is there's laws in here where y'all can be able to see y'all kids, and you don't gotta see the wife to see your kids. Because at the end of the day, you're doing a disservice to your kid, not to the person. It's your kid that's missing out on the father shit. Right. Know what I mean?
So if I was out there living and I was not giving 100% into my child, if I had a young child, would you call me out on it?
Of course, because I'm your brother.
Right.
Yeah, nigga. Why not? Would you call me out on it if I wasn't a respectful father to my kids?
I would call you out on it, but I think I would probably 86 you because I feel like you're not living up to your potential.
I mean, that's your choice. I would have 86 you. I would just tell you, yeah, bro, you moving wrong. And this is what you need to do.
I would tell you that, but if you continue on not doing this, doing what I feel is a big disservice to your child, what else is for me to do? To sit there, co-sign with you and just be like every day, like, yo, we all good? Or I just kind of separate myself, still love you from far?
Oh, man, it is what it is. Everybody, like I say, we live in a world.
Would that make me the bad guy?
Nah.
If I stop dealing with you,
I don't think so.
Because you chose, because remember,
you kept it honest. You kept it honest, though.
Right.
If you telling somebody, yo, bro, I can't fuck with you because you're not moving in a certain whatever when it comes to that, then say person, I gotta respect you for telling me that. Yo, I don't respect you for not being in Deja and Nia's life. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
So I can't fuck with you, bro. We can't go to the studio. We can't rap. We can't work on our album. We can't do none of that. I gotta respect that, bro. Because you keep it in 100. Because at the end of the day, what we just spoke about John Morant, it's a lot of yes man. I could be a fuck boy and just be like, oh yeah, don't see your kid, or don't do this, or don't do that. But if you honest and you told me, yo, bro, I can't fuck with you because you ain't your kid, whatever, then you gotta respect. That's your point of view. Do I have to do what you telling me? No. Know what I mean? But at the same time, you gotta respect it because you honest. You ain't hiding it, bro. A lot of niggas will hide that and go chatty patty on the sideline and not tell a nigga in his face. You feel me? So I respect a nigga coming to me direct and telling me shit. Cause that's how I deal with shit in life, bro.
Instead of hearing it throughout.
Oh, yo, you heard what this nigga said about you? What? Yo, nigga Tut said he can't fuck with you because of...
You don't take care of your kids.
Wait a minute, I just spoke to Tut yesterday.
Now, Tut tell you something, I'm going to tell you first. I'm going to tell you to your face.
Exactly. If who going to say something, before I get to you, I'm going to tell you about it. Right. You feel me? So, oh, yo, nigga, Julio said, oh, nah, he told me about that. Know what I mean? That's all. Know what I mean? So, everybody handle their situation different.
Respectfully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
That part.
Exactly.
Why are you looking at me like that, Karen? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just saying.
I mean, Julio looking at me a type of way. You looking at me a type of way. I feel like
I get it.
I feel like
I
y'all got
get
something under your sleeve.
Well,
Nah, nothing under the sleeve, brother. It was just, we just saying. Everybody has to deal with things how they deal with it. I deal with things different.
Exactly.
I expect my friends to call me out on my bullshit if I'm doing something that's not right.
Right.
That's why I fuck with the niggas I fuck with. Because niggas is not yes men. My cousin is not gonna let me do some fuckboy shit and be like, we not gonna argue at the spot, but when we get back here behind my wall, yo, cuz, you was fucked up. You was wrong in that situation.
Right. Which leads us to Chris Rock's Netflix special.
Will Smith is a bitch.
Where he said...
He's a bitch.
What he said, and apparently this was the infamous slap at the Oscars, which actually the Oscars is coming on shortly. So it's about a year ago. When he got slapped because apparently there was this pent-up anger within Will Smith, allegedly, because Chris Rock was continuously, allegedly, making comments about his wife. So instead of them having a conversation, instead of Will Smith having a conversation privately with Chris Rock, he slapped the ish out of him on national TV in front of billions of people and told him, keep my wife's name out your mother mouth.
He was manipulated.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
In your heart of hearts.
Correct.
If I'm gonna go to the raw to the core.
So we do it here.
If your son's life depended on, somebody asks you that if I was on the stage and I said the exact same joke, do you think Will Smith would attempt to smack me?
Absolutely not.
That's a bitch.
He was manipulated by his wife. That shit was the wife.
It's a bitch, bro.
Your wife fucked your son's friend. Let's talk about that.
Messy.
Then you go do an interview with your man about how you cheated on him.
Messy.
No, she said it was an entanglement.
Entanglement.
An
No, an
entanglement.
entanglement. But she
Yes.
said she did that because she didn't feel whatever. Who wants to agree to a bitch? If you cheat on me, nigga, we not doing an interview, bro.
We're going to cool out on the B word.
I'm sorry,
Okay?
I'm sorry,
We're
sister.
going to cool out on the B word.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Now-
animated. That's all. Yeah, I mean, my fault. My
Now,
fault.
what she was wrong on so many levels
Yeah,
for
she-
sleeping with her son. We got to keep that right there. Sleeping with her son's friend. Sleeping with her son's friend.
Yeah. That end up turning out he's gay.
Well, he's
Or whatever, he bisexual,
I
whatever.
think he's bi, and yeah, that's
Before Jada, he wasn't bi.
that's a whole other.
Yeah, before
level.
Jada. So it's more with a story, fella. Stay away from Jada Pinkett Smith, man.
That's
Anyway.
that's a whole other level.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's just the, Chris Rock waited for the right platform to express what he felt. He was very vocal about what he said.
and I agree with Chris Rock.
And that was going to be my question to you both. Like,
I agree with him I agree with him 1,000%. Will Smith is a bitch.
because of the slap?
Smack
or
me. Smack somebody that's your size. What you,
If
6'2",
50
6'3"?
Cent would have said that, will Will Smith go up there and
The,
slap him?
absolutely not.
So
Because
what
if you
the-
go see, my thing is, I don't, not to cut you off.
Even the pre-show leading up to the event, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a guest. They were, waiting for the show to begin. And he even said, if I was up there and said that, I highly doubt Will Smith would have slapped me. He probably couldn't even reach me with the height.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. We like, if you gonna be
If you're going to be about
nah,
it, be about
if
it.
you bout it like me,
If you bout
I don't
about it,
discriminate,
you be about
nigga. I don't
it.
discriminate.
You be bout about
I don't
it for
discriminate on
everybody.
anybody. If you want to listen, I'm a
You want
chimney.
the smoke?
I don't like
I'll
smoke,
bring
but I embrace it though. You feel me? You bring it, I'm gonna bring it. I don't care if you 5 foot, 8 feet, whatever. However you want it, you get it, bro. You feel me? If it comes that way, I don't pick and choose my targets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I guarantee you, there was some other niggas up there. If Jay-Z was up there, if fucking 50 Cent was up there, if it's, you know what I mean? If fucking Floyd Mayweather was up there, is he gonna go up there and slap a nigga? No, he not.
No.
He went for the softest nigga. Not to say Chris Rock is soft, but Chris Rock is harmless. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest.
He said it in his show,
I mean,
man.
he's a comic.
No, that's what I'm saying. He a comic. He getting paid for that. Your wife got in her feelings because he was getting at her about her shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
At the end of the day, you should have slapped your wife when you did that interview with her. For her explaining why she cheated on you.
Well, bottom line,
Where
is
you signed up for that?
No one should have slapped anybody.
No, of course. But
There
I'm
should
saying,
have
if you
been
want to
there
slap
should have
somebody,
been
slap your wife for humiliating you. You know what I mean?
Listen, viewers, we do not condone.
No, we don't condone
someone
domestic
slapping.
violence. Yeah, we don't condone domestic violence. I understand that, but I'm saying if you want to go slap somebody, you should have slapped. Know what I mean?
Right.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, you should be mad at your wife because your wife, she's the first woman I saw that cheated and then played the victim for cheating.
Right.
You understand? How you the victim? You know what I mean?
And your son's friend.
Yeah,
Like, that's some
that's
dirtbag shit.
That's some ultimate betrayal right there. Like
So-
how can he move past that?
There's no moving past that. Mad kudos to Chris Rock. I feel like he waited at the right time, cashed in on it.
He did calculate it very well.
I watched the show, excellent show, and every beat that he dropped, I was 100% supportive for her, calling her B, for calling Will. I think he's the biggest punk bitch in this community, and that's all I got to say.
Nah, yeah, he was. I mean, like I said, if you're gonna be about that all the way around, bro. Don't get manipulated. And then you can see her face when she's smiling when he did that.
Smack your son, little friend. Once you smack him, why he ain't smack him?
Right.
You was in your house, bruh.
Right. It was misplaced. Will Smith, I think, had misplaced anger.
Nah, she
He
manipulates him.
misplaced his anger to Chris Rock.
She manipulates him.
And that's what led to that infamous.
So if you want to be humiliated, bro, you got humiliated by your wife. Your wife cheated and became a victim by cheating. That's the first woman I ever seen in my life that cheated on a man and said she was the victim. Because she wasn't getting love enough. Or she didn't feel special. You know what I mean? Really? But let a man go up there and say, yo, I ain't feel special. I ain't feel this. We get all
So I slept with my daughter's friend.
Exactly.
Y'all be calling me all kind of creatures
exactly.
and all
He's a
kind
creep.
of...
Would.
Deja, your father.
So why y'all, do you look at her as a creep?
Slept with your best friend.
Jada Pinkett.
Yes, that's creepy. You don't do that.
She had that saver. She got that saver mentality. She
You
wants to
don't
save
do that.
somebody.
You don't sleep with your child's friend. Who does that?
Kudos to Chris Rock, man. He
Jada Pinkett does it.
He got his platform. He was able to express himself his way. Everybody got to see that. He cashed in on it as he's supposed to.
Yes, he
at the end of the day, and you know,
capitalized
Will
off his
Smith,
platform.
at the end of the day, man, if you're gonna slap somebody, you know what I mean?
Well, there are reports that Will Smith has tried repeatedly to apologize.
Fuck his apology.
The apology is too late. Yeah,
Listen,
it's too
people
late.
get on this show. They get on their shows. He disrespected that man on one of the biggest shows ever, biggest
Two
stage
black men
ever.
up
Two
there.
black men,
Hosted
black
by
man
black
production.
and that's the sad thing. It was two black men. Last year, the Oscars were produced by a black man. You know, so many people of color were recognized, and that whole thing just went left. I mean, and especially even during Questlove's when he won.
That's when it happened.
I know.
It's a damn
A
shame.
black man
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
stole
you know,
his moment.
Yeah, you know, you got manipulated. It's cool. You know what I mean? And all that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Chris Rock, I mean, he got the last laugh, literally. You know what I'm saying?
He used
Got
his
it.
platform.
He used his platform, got a nice check from Netflix. So he won that one.
And
won that
I'm
battle.
happy for him.
Yeah, because being slapped on national TV like that was just crazy.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, did I see what I just saw?
I woke up. Damn. I thought it was a joke.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like a skit between them
Yeah.
to bring some comic relief, but it was real.
Nah, they show like some shit, but you know, end of the day, that shit just, you know, it is what it is, man.
So we're gonna go into our thought of the day. Is it
Yeah, point of the day.
point of the day? Who
Well,
wants to go
hold
first?
on.
Yes. Hold on.
Let me see, Julio. My man, you owe me an apology, bro.
No, I do owe you an apology, and I'm here to say you was right.
No. I want to hear the apology.
Nah, I apologize for not believing that a certain person was going to start doing things when he went solo that he should have been doing when we was together. And you told me from day one that he would do this thing. That he, you know what I mean, he wasn't invested or whatever. So my point of the day. So first of all, I apologize to you. I mean, that's why I made the roster pasta, all that shit. Because before I'm not cooking for niggas, but
Food was excellent.
yeah, I mean, for
I'm
my
gonna get another plate before.
yeah,
I
nah,
leave.
you
Very
good, you
good.
good. That's what it's there. It's there for y'all to eat. So you know, I apologize, my brother, because you was right. So now my point of the day. Nah, I mean, and listen, ain't nothing against my guy. That's my guy. I love that nigga 100%. I mean, it's nothing with malice or anything in my heart. I say that wholeheartedly. But my thing is, when I started this podcast thing, I started it because it was my dream. My dream was to, and there's no disrespect to UK, because you know you came in.
understand.
Know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When you team building, you know what I'm saying? You have a blueprint of what you want your team to be. So I picked two guys that I used to ride in the car with, you know what I'm saying? And we used to have these arguments, and I'm like, you know what? If this came out in the forefront, we can push the envelope. Right. So I hit my guy over here, say, yo, you want to be part of this shit, whatever? He was always down. I hit my other guy up, you know what I mean? He said he was down, but then when it came to certain things, he always had a foot in, foot out type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, you either riding for this or not, because I ride for this shit. This bakery shit, I had 6 partners in this shit. Down to 1, now I just got my brother. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't jump ship on shit that I believe in, bro. So if you a team player, be a team player, because at the end of the day, Ain't no I in team. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, at the end of the day, personal shit. You know what I mean? He has his gripes with set person, and he's right to feel how he feel. I'm not negating all that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to abandon something that I'm trying to build, bro. I'm building this, and then for me to see you do everything that we wanted you to do on this platform that you ain't have time to do, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But now you seem like now that it's just you're doing everything that we wanted you to do. So like that's like a slap in my face because it's like you never was investing in the dream, bro. You feel me? And when people show you who they are, you gotta understand what that is. So at the end of the day, like I said, ain't no malice in my heart. I don't hate the brother. I understand his stance on why he didn't want to be on the show. Know what I'm saying? We're gonna move forward. The team is still you. The team is the team. What's Your Point? The podcast would be great. Know what I mean? Y'all go follow my boy.
I'm not promoting that. Nah.
Nah.
Nah,
go follow because we not.
Nah.
We go follow the bro.
Did he promote our show?
That's all right. But we not the same, bro.
No, this is the same. You want me to? I'm gonna let you finish it. And I'm gonna say what I
you can say what you would say. I'm going. That's my man. Know what I mean? I love him. Go follow him because at the end of the day, I want him to succeed too. You feel what I'm saying? But like I feel like what I mean. At the end of the day, you never was invested like we needed you to be invested. You know what I mean? So me seeing you doing all these things now, it's kind of like, damn, bro, you really ain't fuck with us to get it to where we wanted it to get it. But now that you're doing it by yourself, it's like maybe you using that motivation to outdo us and all that shit. That's cool. Know what I mean? Because I'm not in competition with you. Know what I mean? I'm not in competition with none of my brothers. Know what I'm saying? I want everybody to succeed. Know what I mean? There's a Church's chicken. There's a Kennedy chicken. There's a fucking Chick-fil-A. There's chicken everywhere. It depends what type of chicken you want to eat. Know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's a bunch of podcasts coming. And What's Your Point? We gonna do what we do. Congrats to the Cuzzo. Know what I'm saying? On his journey. Like the show and all that. I'm gonna show him love. I'll let Tut do what he gonna do on his shit. But it's love, nigga. But at the end of the day, I had to say how I felt about that. As far as when it comes to team shit. Know what I mean? There you go. So I'm done. That's my point of the day.
Now see who just told you 100% how he felt, right?
That's who.
Okay, but I'm just saying he kept it real with you. He kept it 100 with you. He didn't say, he didn't say this here and then behind you go and say, support this podcast. He's saying how he feels right now. Which leads me to my point of the day. Before you speak,
we're gonna let you end it.
I'm gonna let you.
No. Before you say what you got to say,
yes,
I need you to listen to something.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna give him one note to send the cuz. Yo, Tat, yo, my nigga, come on, bro. Come on, baby. Your cousin over here about to be 5 for 5, bro. Y'all lacking, my nigga. Step your pod game up, bro. Get your host up to speed, my nigga. Cause I'm about to crush you niggas. And y'all better hurry up, son.
He's not talking about me. He's not talking about Julio. He's talking about you.
We like our host, though.
Get your host up to speed. How do you feel hearing what I just played for you?
I don't care.
So that doesn't bother you?
No. Why should it bother me? I know who I am. I am secure within myself.
But this is the same guy to tell you that pretends to be on your side. Mm-hmm. You heard what he said. Does that sound like a guy who's rooting for you?
Absolutely not.
So you realize that, right?
Yes.
All right, go with your point.
Keep in mind what my career is. I deal with people all the time. I work in HR and I have people who literally hate me in my job, but I am still a consummate professional all the time.
As you should be. That's what we are at What's Your Point, the podcast.
That's it.
That speak for yourself.
Exactly.
I don't owe this person anything, just like this person doesn't owe me anything. So if this person does not wish me well, so be it. They don't wish me well.
You want me to play it again?
No, I heard it.
Okay.
What you want me to go? You want me to rage out?
No. For argument's sake, one more time.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna give him one note to send the cuz. Yo, Tat, yo, my nigga, come on, bro. Come on, baby.
This nigga
Your cousin over here about to be 5
Let's take this
for 5,
shot,
bro.
cause
Y'all
this
lax,
nigga-
Yeah,
my
let's
nigga.
take our
Step your
shots.
pod game up,
Salud.
bro. Get your host up to speed, my nigga. Because I'm out to crush you niggas. And y'all better hurry up, son.
So I heard crush you. So I heard it plural.
We can't. I mean, I told him this, and you know, we said it joking.
Trust me.
Anybody under 100 views can't talk to me about crushing nothing.
And
I mean,
20
that
20
part.
of them is because of me.
You know what I mean? So
You
we
know
good
what?
with that.
50
Nah,
of
man.
it, 20 of his 50-something views is because of me.
We love the boy though. I love, you know, that's my man. I love him. But,
Respectfully.
you know,
I'm
respect.
going to let you finish. And I got the dagger.
My clear point is, if you have a dream,
Yes.
go for it. Believe in it. You will achieve it. That's my point.
Amen. Amen, sister.
That's my point. And would you like to close us out?
Oh my God, this nigga.
Get comfortable, people.
Keep it.
And
it
please
pod.
before
With me.
it pod.
I need to ask. Please keep it clean
Yes.
and keep it. You know, don't just don't.
None of that.
We just don't.
It's straight pod shit. bro.
Please.
We're not doing
and,
that.
and keep
Julio-
keep it clean and be factual and keep it to the facts.
Julio got to say what he wanted to say, right? Right? Did we put a muzzle on you, Julio?
Nah. I kept it pod business, bro.
I'm going to keep it pod business.
All right. That's all I asked, my bro.
Okay. I'm going to need you to, we're going to do this together like Kiss and Styles P.
Okay. What you need me to do?
Who you came when you had this vision, because this was your vision.
Yes.
You designed the logo.
Yes.
It was your idea.
Yes.
You placed the players involved because you felt that show could succeed, right?
Correct.
yes,
but
indeed.
which was my point, that if you have a dream and you push through it, you know, you will achieve it.
Okay. We broke down pay attention, people. We broke down the show. I'm kicking facts. We broke down the show and we said we're going to put jobs to each individual. It was really 4 of us because it's 5 of us because we have an editor that's really part of the team. Then we got
shout
Rob.
out Mike. Shout out my man Mike.
Hey, Mike.
And
got-
shout out J Rock behind the
Hey,
scenes.
J Rock.
So these are guys
Appreciate you, my boy.
We collaborate with to make a successful show. Okay. Julio, he's into merch and he's into promotions. This is his vision.
Yep.
So Julio's the type, yo, what's up? We wearing this. This is the hat we wearing. That's that. Julio on the side has bakery. You will see me rock 100% bakery. I got stuff I want to rock. I got Teddy coat, and then I got my new clothing line, Judas.
Yo, this nigga is, I can't with this.
Just because I rock Judas doesn't take away from bakery. You will still see me rock bakery. You will eventually see Julio wear Judas.
Yeah. I will. Support my brothers, nigga. Anything they do, I'll support.
Okay.
As well as What's the Podcast?
Yeah, what's your point? The podcast. We
See
got
how
you.
we doing it? Like the Locks, a 3-man team. No iron team. Now, let's stick to the facts. Kay wants me to stick to the facts. So now, I was in charge of production, the theme music. I did the score.
Yeah.
I went out. I didn't like certain visions. I went and invested. We had a collaboration. Yo, I'm going to buy a better camera. I went and bought a mixer. I'm going to buy this. This is what we need to take it to the next level. I paid thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment. Correct, cool?
No, correct.
Correct.
Okay. Was this supposed to be divided amongst 3 people? Correct, cool?
Yes.
Okay, when I go and take this to Mike, and Mike gives me such a deal on the arm, I don't never hesitate to give him his money, Mike, because he does a wonderful job. Most of the stuff and the optics you see is because of Mike.
Shout
Mike
out Mike
Cruz,
once again.
shout him out.
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out Mike. Yo.
Okay.
We appreciate you, guy.
Okay, every
Thank you,
time
Mike.
I went to go to Mike, out of my pocket, I paid him. I would call Julio, and I would call the other guy. Julio, it costs X amount of dollars for it to get edited. The money is cash apped immediately or sent to my MCU account immediately, respectfully. The other guy, I had to fight for my money. So then Mike was like, yo, he believed in the show. Mike would come sit in. A lot of times he directed a lot of shows that people don't even know.
Yeah.
And he did that on the arm. He did it for free because he believed in the show. Right, Julio?
Yes, sir.
So now we go to when it's time to pay Mike, from the other guy, I have to fight to get my money. Right, Julio?
Yes, sir.
So now when the equipment, I haven't recouped one dime from that guy. From thousands of dollars. Right, Julio?
Yes, sir.
We asked the guy, Mike said, I'm going to teach you how to edit.
Yeah.
Julio would ask, this is Julio part. Julio would ask him, yo, what's going on with you learning how to edit? You and Tut need to understand, I'm a married man with a toddler. That was in 2000, that was 2022.
Damn.
We in 2023. I guess his daughter grew up. She's no longer a toddler. Because now your man is a one-man show. He putting out shows every week. He's doing everything. And once again, people, I'm showing you, why is everything is a competition between me and that guy? I'm just staying in my lane. Julio asked me, he said, Tut, what are we going to do? Are we going to do this between us? Are we going to find somebody else? I said, you know what, Julio? Being that the other host was a diva, how about replace a diva with a diva? And that's my point of the day, people. Respectfully. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I got receipts, Playboy.
All right.
And on that note,
Thank y'all for watching.
thank you for watching.
What's Your Point?
We'll
The
see you
podcast.
soon.
Follow us on IG. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. We see y'all later.